Howdy guys, how we doing? Welcome back to another video of Westland Survival. How we doing? Hope you guys are well, and we are into a new video with the new update of 9.4. If you guys didn't see my initial update video, go ahead and check that out because I do go over some comprehensive information regarding the new blueprint rework system. So if you guys want to go ahead and check that out, I suggest you do that, and then obviously come back to this video, because today what we're going to be doing is we're going to go out and do a couple of tasks here to try and get ourselves a few blueprints. Now, because of the new rework, basically there are different ways to obtain blueprints. So from what I read in the Discord notes, one way to obtain is to try and find some from a bounty hunt. So we're going to do one today, and we're obviously going to also go over to a bandit's post in order to find more. So let's go ahead and let us go ahead and do the echoes in the ice quest. I think that would be the one that I would want to do. So we're going to have to head over to the Boreal Wilds here. So that's in the Boreal Forest, so that shouldn't be too much of an issue. So let's go ahead and do that right now. I think I'm geared up and ready to go for this. I think I've got sufficient amount of resources here. Yeah, I think we're good. I think we are good. So let's definitely go ahead and head out. Actually, what I also want to do is, while I'm heading out there, now if you guys haven't realized, it is also Battle Pass time for the 7th year anniversary of Westland Survival, so we are going to be doing some tasks to go along with it. I won't focus on the Battle Pass today in this video because I really want to focus more so on the actual tube system and how that works now going forward. So let's go ahead and do that anyway and head out. So there's a couple of things I wanted to do whilst I'm sort of heading out there, which is going to accumulate to my tasks completion, and that way we can actually for me, I can actually continue on and go through some of the stages. So all right, let's head over to the Boreal Wilds now. Now the quickest way for me to get here and do this, I'm going to have to use a little bit of energy, only because that's what requires one of my first stages of tasks. So anyway, again, like I said, I didn't want to spend too much time on that. I just wanted to give you guys my rationale as I normally would. But let's head over to the Boreal Forest. This is where we need to head over to, so let's go ahead and do just that. Okay, let's see. I'm keen to see what type of tubes that we will get from these doing these certain tasks. So I'm keen to see how this all sort of works. So let's go ahead and, well, let's see if we can find the first lot of broken, what do you call it? Oh, what do they call it again? The map fragments. Oh my goodness, I can't even talk today. So we can get you, thank you very much. As you can see, I'm actually taking out a few of these little weasel guys, but that's only because, it's part of my task. So may as well do it. May as well do it. Actually, I feel like that's a little bit too loud for you guys, so I do apologize. I'm just lowering that just a wee little bit. All right, let's go ahead and see what's in here. Grab that. Let's move on quite quickly. Now, where is the other map fragment? I will take that anyway as we go along. Take the weasel out, of course. Take you out. Just there. Not too bad. And what's quite easily here is the fact that these are wolves, and I've got enough spirit to not have to engage in these fellas, which is actually a really nice thing. So let's go ahead and grab him. Oh, hey. Leave my polar bear alone. Actually, I forgot to do this as well. So let's go ahead and munch on those. Get the benefit of the buffs here, of course. Go ahead and join. Let's go ahead and read. Okay, so I think we're actually really good to go now, but I want to see if I can try and find some passive animals so we can try to continue on that little quota line. Oh, there's just caribous here. Come here, caribou. Thank you very much. And I will take the meat because I'm actually low on caribou meat, funny enough, so may as well grab that. Oh, hello. I really don't want to engage too much, so you know what? I know where my luck has run out, so let's just head out and let's go ahead and see. No, that's not what I wanted. Oh, actually, that's one of the events as well. I've got a limited time event that I need to do, so we can do the shootout spot as we go along. Actually, let's see if there's anything there too. So we might be pleasantly surprised, or not, or nothing at all. But actually, this is weird. I've never seen a hideout at this location before. Well, there you go. Well, I should have enough firepower to do the job. I've got enough dynamite as well, so we should be pretty tidy with this. While we're here, Caribou, I'll grab your meat as well. Why not? Get the weasel out of the way. And now I think this was an easy one as well, so it wasn't particularly a hard one. So like I said, I'm keen to see what we actually get from this, if we get anything at all, so to speak. But hey, let's just suss out the area, make sure that we've got our surveying done, and we can just continue and do what we need to do here. I'll grab some of that, sure thing. And we've got a miner over there. He's going to run out. He's going to tell everyone, of course you are. Bloody hell. Come on, guys. Don't do me like that. Why do you do me like that? Couldn't you guys just come out and just attack me in one after another? That would have been so much easier for me. That's okay. Like I said, this wasn't an issue. Now just got to take out Evil Jerome and should be very good. Look at that. Nice and easy, very tidy, as I like to call it. Get that healed. Heal up on you. Thank you very much. Complete any quest from the quest board. Thank you, sir. That's one I actually did without even knowing. Okay, let's see what we get out of here. Like I said, they said bounty hunts. Not so much the rewards themselves for completing the bounty, but more so for what we need to do in this exercise here. Hopefully, as we're looking through the chests, so to speak. Alright, let's see what this has in store for us. Let's get out of the way. Alright, let's head in here. Very good. Okie dokie. Alright, so not much of anything here, to be perfectly fair. Actually, you know what? Let's just take that along with us. And let us move on. So I'm hoping this place might have something, maybe. Unless I've actually got it wrong. I don't know. But it said bounty hunts. So this constitutes as a bounty, so I would imagine that yes, we should be provided with some the opportunity, sorry, to actually receive some goods out of that. But let's just go ahead and see. Anyway, all right, let's get to this last one over here. Okay, what do we got? And we don't have anything. Well, that's interesting. Very interesting. I've got a ton of that, so I don't care for that. But that I will grab. Everything else here, I'm pretty much happy with what we've picked up, so that is fine by me. So a wee bit disappointing. Get out of here, Ruby. Oh my goodness, in my way. Ah, classic Ruby. So now we've got to head back to the Silverton and pick up our rewards. But before we do that, we may as well head out to the shootout spot, because I would like to grab some bits and pieces from there, and it's on the way, so I may as well do that. Let's just alleviate myself with a bit of storage, and we should just go ahead and let's do this shootout spot. You know what, a bit of a freebie, a bit of a pop-up one that's come out of nowhere, so we may as well do it. It's been a while since I've done one, actually. I may as well grab some of this, because why not, while we're here? I mean, hey, you may as well do it. When in Rome, as they say. Alright, let's see what we've got over here. Hopefully something decent, actually. This thug. I know that you would have been a little bit of an annoyance and nuisance, so let's just grab some of that. Continue on our merry little way. Alright, let's just go for it. Get the big fella out of the way. Thank you very much. And grab the burglar. Take him out. Thank you very much. And we've got double destroyers after us, but that's okay. But these guys are tier 5 at best, so they're not even tier 6. But I will grab some of the bits and pieces. Hopefully I'll get some, I was kind of hoping for some saddles. Saddles would have been perfect for me, actually. Grab that. And only because I want to upgrade my saddle pack. Ooh, that's actually not too bad. We'll treat that. I'll grab that. Of course, you guys are coming at me now, which is fine. Alright, let's grab whatever you've got, and I just wanted to go back here just to see if there was anything that I wanted. Not really. I think I got a lot of salt too, so yeah, not too phased with that at all. But there are still a few things for us to open up, but we already secured the main loot, so look, it is what it is. But I was hoping to get more saddles. That would have been a little bit more helpful for me, but hey, look, it's fine. It is a fine. Alright, let's see what else do we have over here. So we've got a few basic loot bags here, which I probably won't worry about too much. I'll take the heals, may as well, you always do that. Well, hopefully you might have something. You do, ha 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 ha, that's what I wanted. That is what I wanted, of course. So we can take all, there's not much else I can take from here, but you know what? You're gonna need to make some sacrifices. Controversial, but as you can see, hey, get out of the way, guys. Leave me alone, please. Thank you very much. Okay, now going back to this, controversial, but I'm getting rid of that because you can see I've got quite a bit, so I'm not going to worry about that too much. These things, oh my god, I got like 15 of them because I do want that and I do want this, because why not, right? Why not? That, yeah, you know what, that can go. I'll pop that in favor of that, and you know what, it's only 2, let's just grab it. Thank you very much, and let's see, get out of my way, Ruby. Why are you in my way? Come on. Right, let's just continue on. I know I'm been a little bit slow with this today, but that's okay, because I mean, look, got a lot of time, and I've got a lot of bits and pieces here for me to collect, so hey, get out of here. Where you going? Where you going? Where you going? Why'd you run away? Oh, I hate when they do that. Yeah, sure, let's just do all that up. I didn't even get myself fully healed either, so that's okay. Alright, these guys are coming through. Take you guys out. Thank you very much. What did you drop? You didn't drop anything interesting. So there are a couple of things that I grabbed. Actually, I'm happy for the fact that I actually stopped by, so that was a good call by me. Look, I'm just thinking, can I break these down? That's why I'm sort of focusing on it. You know what? Okay. Get rid of all that and that, so I can break it down, because I know I'm going to get some fine leather out of that, so I may as well do that. Get the radar out of the way. Thank you very much. And we've got a grizzly. You should actually give me some fine leather. Yes, you should, but I don't think I've got anything else to carry. Don't think I can carry that, but that's okay. Alright, I think that's it. I think that's it. Yeah, you know what, I'm satisfied. Let us get ourselves out of here. Tell you what, I'm going to quickly head back home, dump all my things, and we are going to head back out again. Okay guys, we are back, heading over to Silverton here. Let's go ahead and collect our rewards, and let's see what we get from this. Alright, Mr. Sheriff, show me what you got, sir. Show me what you've got. Beautiful. So that's completed. Okay, so that's all well and good. Happy that we've got that all sorted out, but I'm going to head over to the Interflute because I always love this place, and as you can see, there is a tier 4 rare tube that we're going to get our hands on, and obviously some special gear. And this is the other thing that I want to sort of show you guys as well, because I didn't really cover this in the previous video. So it's basically anything that's tier 3 or better. So if we go over to the Northern Outpost, this is a tier 3 location. As you can see, we've got a rare mountain tube, and that will accommodate for the mountain gear, or I don't know what else if there would be blueprint for weapon, armor, or backpack. So anything tier 3 rare, which will be fantastic. Now the Stone Outpost sadly will not have any of that because it's only tier 3 or better, as I mentioned. Let's head over to the Cultist camp real quickly. And we've got one of these bad boys. So we've got a marshland tube, which is something that you probably want to sort of look at as well, because I know it would be based around the alligator outfit, but I believe there's some other tier 5 weaponry as well that you guys can get your hands on. So that could be something that you could be interested in. Now, it's interesting to see because there's 0 blueprints left. So I don't understand what that means. Whether or not that we've actually already picked up all the necessary blueprints for all of the gear, which I'm assuming that could be the case. So that's interesting. I think that could be only, so this marshlands tube could only more or less be for the what do you call it, for the alligator outfit. Let's go to our armor workbench, Because I've got it. I've already got it. So it doesn't tell me what it comes out of, but this would be it. So I doubt it would be anything regarding these, because these are also tier 5, you know, tier 5, I can't even think of the word, guys, but they're tier 5 based armor. That's what I'm sort of trying to say. Anyway, these are tier 5 as well, but these are epic, so that's why that might not be a thing potentially. But also I was thinking, wouldn't the tier 5 marshland tubes also accommodate for weaponry? Because there are some tier 5 weaponry that I don't have, but I think they might be epics. Why am I back in here again? Gun workbench, thank you. So that's a tier 4, but that's relegated as an epic, so not much doing there. And these are also, yeah, these are also epics. So yeah, so that might make sense, meaning that you might not even receive any blueprints from that specific artifact. I don't know, but even let's say if I go to the interflow here and click on that, so 0 blueprints left. So meaning that I probably won't receive a blueprint? Question mark. I think that could be the actual situation here. But if I go to the Digger's Den, so 1 blueprint left. There you go. So if I do a Digger's Den run, then that'll mean I would actually pick up 1 specific Beryl tube. And what I'm thinking that could be, if I look at it logically here, if I go back into my armor, that would be the Klondike jacket. So that would be the one I would say that I'm missing, because I've already got that. I've already got these guys. It was always this one that I was missing. So it doesn't even actually accommodate for actual weaponry or anything of that nature. But I want to do the interflu anyway, because why not? I don't know if there's any change to any sort of you know, other loot that we could get our hands on. So we may as well do it. And this is always a fun one. I've always enjoyed this outpost for some reason. It's just, you know, one of those ones that I really like. So, and plus I'm overpowered, so, you know, it's just one of those things that I know I can blast through and see if we can actually make a decent impact on this. Actually, you know what? If I open up this, will you go red? You do go red. Okay, that's fine. No issues there. But we'll grab him, and that's just going to help me for my little run total that I'm sort of trying to accomplish over here. Get this in. Alright, you guys, get here. Come one, come all. Let me take you guys out. Thank you very much. Beautiful. Oop. I would like that. And there's nothing else here for me except for that. I'll grab that. Get the sniper dude out of my way. You two, Mr. Bandits. There we go. There we go. Alright, let's see what we've got in this backpack as well. You know what? Let's take that, and I'll leave the rest. Not interested. Destroyer, hello? I think he was just sitting there waiting for me. I think that's what he was doing. Here we go. Come on, guys. Get in here. Get amongst it. Come in the cluster. Thank you very much. Let me take you guys out in easy succession. That. Not bad at all. We'll grab that. Let's see, what else do we have over here? Not much. Well, let's loot this. We're gonna grab that. Let me be on my way. Thank you very much. Hey guys, what's going on? Aren't you gonna, you know, thank me for stopping by at all? Doesn't look like it, does it? Alright, Mr. Destroyer, I need to destroy you. Thank you very much. And Mr. Watchdoggy, thank you very much. And let's take out this guy. And you are done. Dunzo, nice and easy. That was actually, excuse me, very, very, very quickly and swiftly that I took that fella out. Alright, let's head into the cave real quick. And let's take out the rest under here. Alright, Mr. Fuggy, Mr. Burgley. Thank you. Who else we got over here? Mr. Bandit over there. Mr. One Shot. That was nice. Very nice. Snipey, Snipey. Burgy, Burgy. And Mr. Rady, Rady. Alright, let's see what we've got in this little chest key. I will take that. Yeah, sure, let's just take that. I'll leave that alone. Get out of my way, Ruby. I should really entitle this video, Ruby, stay out of my way. Or just get out of my way. Something like that. But I really want to grab some of these resources here, and it's the other reason why that I brought one of my pickaxes with me, because, well, it's just easy loot for me, isn't it? Absolutely. Absolutely. And I'm actually running low on steel as well. I really need to make some commitment there to run the chromite mine for a ridiculous amount, like I do with the iron mine. I've done that so many times over, so I may as well. And break down this coal deposit. Thank you. I'll break this down. Thank you very much. All right, we're getting some okay stuff out of this, which is good. And we've got the mini boss after this, so this guy shouldn't be too much of an issue. Should be able to take him out quite easily. But yeah, this is interesting with this whole blueprint situation. So I don't know whether or not. Oop, I was just thinking, right? Just thinking out loud. Maybe after a little while, I know this is still very new, so I don't expect any sort of changes to happen, you know, within the next update or anything like that or whatever, but, you know, maybe further down the line. And I feel like something like this could happen further down the line if we think about it, but hear me out. So, how I showed you guys beforehand that we have virtually no tubes to find in these areas here. So I don't expect it to get any tubes in this location, only because that we've already picked them up. So, you know, it is what it is. But what I'm thinking is to give guys or players incentivization to come back and, you know, to these outposts to run them specifically. Is that it? Oh, really? I didn't get much out of you, did I? For, you know, let's say, for example, we do these X amount of times, right? Let's say every 10 times that you run one of these outposts, it should, or would love to have the ability, or, oh, we did actually get one. Well, there you go. Well, I don't have any blueprints, so that's going to be interesting to see. I will open that with you guys today. But what I was sort of trying to get at is this any decent? 30? Nah, it's not decent. I can get rid of that a little later, but the coal I will take, and there's really not much else here that I'm interested in. I've got a ton of that, as you can see. That's about to be broken, as is that, so that's really not worth my time. And as I've told you guys before, it's a stack of that, and really not much else for me here. But as I was saying, so let's say, for example, we've collected all of the blueprints, so there's none for us to actually acquire here, right? How about an incentive later on of the same tier, of course. So for every 10, let's say, runs that we do of these outposts, now providing that we've already found all the rare tubes, right? Give us the opportunity to get ourselves an epic tube. Yeah. I feel like that could be a good opportunity for a lot of us, and I think that will incentivize a lot of us to actually be, I guess, you know, wanting to come down to these locations from time to time. I mean, if I'm being perfectly honest, this is the first time in a very long time that I've been at the Interflu, so I just wanted to sort of show you guys today anyway what this would look like if you were to actually get one for yourselves. So as you can see, we did end up getting ourselves a plains tube. Now if I actually go ahead, and I can't actually open that either, so we can actually exchange that too, which was the other thing that I was sort of half interested to sort of know a little bit more about. So I'm sort of keen to know how that sort of works. But like I said to you guys before, if we can have that opportunity, right, to go over and, did I have a smuggler's outpost? I thought I had a smuggler's camp somewhere. Was it the smugglers or was it Carmack? I can't remember, but let's head over to Silverton anyway, just in case. But yeah, give us the opportunity to run those locations multiple times, yes, which is one thing. It'll be so much harder for Boreal Wilds, of course, in the Digger's Den. Slightly harder for the Cultist camp, but if it means that we are guaranteed to get those types of weapons, maybe that could be something that we could look at. I really don't want to. I really don't want to dispatch those rare tubes, but I thought Carmack actually exchanged those. I thought he exchanged them for something else. I'm going to have a quick little read upon that. Let me have a quick squiz. And alright, so just checking the patch notes. So it is actually possible that you can redeem this with Golden Carmack, but it has to be the same type of tube, obviously. So can't do anything about the rare tubes that we've got here, which is a bit of a bummer, but that's okay. But it does give us the ability to exchange for gold. Now, I believe this would be only a single gold nugget as opposed to multiples for our efforts, especially now that tubes are going to be a little bit more harder to come by, and the way that developers have actually restructured all of this. So I guess it is what it is in that sort of sense there, so we can't really do too much about that. Now, the epic tubes you can only get from Adam McCoy being one of the smugglers, so you got to wait for the smuggler event to pop up in order for you to do just that. But like I said, and like I sort of went back to it, I'm hoping maybe in future, if we were to run, say, like the Bandits camp, 10 times over as an example, maybe we could actually get those opportunities to pick up an epic tube, or what could actually happen as a I guess a counter offer suggestion. Maybe trade the ones that we have for epics. So so that have the same. I mean, it's in the game, right? So we used to have it with Gustav, right? So if we go back to Gustav over here, he doesn't have it anymore, but he used to have uncommons and rares, right? So in order for you to get one uncommon tube, you would have to submit 20 common back in the day. And the same situation if you were to purchase a rare. I think it was only just coin, but was it coin, just coin only? Or you had to have a full stack of uncommons to do the same thing. I forget, but it could be either. But logically speaking, that mechanic would still be in the game. Obviously, it's not there anymore as in its current state, but I'd love to have someone like Gustav come back into the fray and give that to us as an offering. Okay, so let's say we need a full stack of the mountain tube to get one of the mountain epic tubes. That'll be something worthwhile in doing, in my opinion. So I'm just thinking that could be something that the devs could look at later on, or maybe they actually already thought about it and they're not wanting to put that into the game for various reasons. And I say that only because it's all about progression within the game, right? Because if we have all these things right away, then everyone will be progressing a lot quicker than what the developers would like in that sort of sense. And it's not to say that's a bad thing or anything. It just hinges on so many other elements of the game, especially when things are not ready to be deployed, say for like the next update. So let's say we get a whole bunch of other things that come into the game. So tier 7 as an example. If we're all beefed up and ready to go with all tier 6 epics, then tier 7 is going to be not much of a challenge, right? And it won't have that slower in progression and the more grindy aspect of the game as it has been up until now. So possibly that could be the reason for that. But like I said, maybe that could be a future thing that the devs could do later on in life. I would like to see that personally. So whether they recycle Gustav to do that or use the format that I suggested in relation to the Bandits Outpost to guarantee ourselves one of those, providing that we do the scaling of going through 10 runs, for example, and to get one, because they already have the scaling ability as well, and that's via the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so the more spins you do, it accumulates and accumulates until you get to the threshold, and then you get that guaranteed item. I feel like the same thing can be done for the Outpost, but that's just me. Anyway, guys, I think that's enough for today. I'm going to go ahead and leave it. I want to thank you guys for stopping by, checking out the video. Make sure you guys leave a like, comment down below, and share if you can. If you guys are new to the channel or not and you'd like to see more, make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell icon so you don't miss out on any future videos. Alrighty guys, take it easy from me, and as always, I will catch you guys in the next one.